Hello, everyone. I hope you're all feeling well. Today's practice is a little bit of a quicker practice with a lot of mobility work. We're gonna get moving, maybe a little sweat on the forehead, but it's gonna be fun. It's one of my favorite mobility series for a pre-surf warm up or any pre-activity warm up. Even when you wake up in the morning and you just want to move through a quick session, this one is for you. So without too much talking, let's get started at the back of our mat. Child's pose. You're gonna widen out your knees. You're gonna let the hands fall forward. You just ground the forehead down. And just arrive here. Big breath in, big breath out. Breathing into the middle back, the upper back, and softening on your exhales. Allowing the chest to become heavy, and establish your breath in and out through the nostrils. Take 3 more big breaths in and out. Maybe crawling the fingertips further forward. One more big breath in. Big breath out. All 10 fingertips, lift the center of the palms off the floor and start to lift and lower the chest a couple of times. Just small mini pulses up and down. You can gaze down or gaze forward. For me, it feels best to lengthen the neck gazing down. So just pressing through all 10 fingertips to lift and lower. We're gonna do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pause at the top. Crawl the fingertips over to your right and ground the palms back down to the floor. Lengthen the left fingertips a little bit further than the right. See if you can shift the left rib cage down. Ground the forehead back down. And just lengthen through the left side body. Still sending the hips down towards the heels. Take 3 deep breaths here. And we're going to stay with the hands over to your right. You're going to lift the gaze forward in between the hands. You're going to shift the shoulders to stack on top of the wrist, or maybe walking the wrist underneath the shoulders. Walk the knees in so they're hip width distance, and take a couple of diagonal cat-cows in the spine. So exhales to round and inhale to drop the belly, maybe lifting the gaze, and just move like that in whatever pace feels good to you. And just create a lot of space underneath you when you exhale and you round, pressing firmly throughout the palms to hollow out the belly. And every time you drop the belly and arch the back body, can you send the chest a little bit past the wrist? And then exhale round and send hips back. Just move through 3 or 4 more rounds on your own. Coming back into a neutral spine. You're gonna place the right hand out to the right side, fingertips point away from you, more or less align with that right knee. Extend the left leg out to the side, left toes point forward, circle the left fingertip up to the sky. So you land in a support side plank. The right hand is directly underneath the shoulder. Everything is more or less in a straight line from left toes to right fingertips. Send it a little bit forward and start some big circles in that left arm. Not only in the space in front of you, but can you also pivot the chest open and reach to the space behind you? Full big circles. Getting into the shoulder joint and almost putting little to no weight into the bottom hand. Using the core to keep yourself lifted. Swap direction of the circles. And then from here, next time left arm is up and over alongside of the left ear, pause. Hover that left foot off the floor. Two options here. You can either stay here. This is already a decent amount of work for core, legs, and arms. If you want a little bit more, you can bend the left knee. Circle the left hand to catch on to the left ankle. If you get the grip, kick into the hand, send the chest high, hips forward. Squeezing shoulder blades together. Wherever you chose to land. 3 deep breaths. Releasing the grip if you got it. Left foot grounds back down to the floor. Get light in the bottom hand as you lift the upper body up. Left hand slides down the left leg. Right arm is going to reach up and over. And don't think like you want to go far down that left leg. It's more about the pivot and the twist in the upper body. Maybe gazing up to the right fingertips. And then invite in more length down the right side body by reaching right fingertips over to your left. Sending the hips slightly forward. A big breath in. Big breath out. Circle the hands to your hips and let the hands come into fist actually around your hips. Peel the left toes off the floor. Slide the left knee a little bit further towards you. And then bend into that left knee. Let the left elbow trace either on the top of the left thigh or to the inside of the left knee. And then just lift and lower a couple times in and out of that left hip. If the right knee is a little bit on a challenge with the surface underneath you, you can always like double roll your mat here. And you're just gonna lift in and out of it a couple of times, squaring off the hips to the front. Take another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay low into the hip. Press the inside of the left knee into the elbow, elbow into knee. The angry hip opener. I love this one. It's very juicy for the hip. But we love it. That's why we're here. Big breath in, big breath out. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, press elbow into knee, knee into elbow. You got this one. Inhale. Exhale, lift out of it. Hands are going to come to the hips. You're going to lean into that right knee. Hover the left foot off the floor. Can you bring that left knee into the chest? The arms can come out for balance. I need them today. Pressing into the top of the right foot. Keep the balance. Gaze straight forward. That's it. Left knee all the way into the chest maybe. And then when you have a moment of stability, you're going to step the left foot out to the edges of the mat. So sink into it here. Right hand is going to ground down to the floor. Left fingertips going to reach up and over. Stacking shoulder blades on top of each other. Making sure that right ankle and right knee is more or less aligned. Reaching the back of the left hand to the space behind you, pivot open. Squeezing and hugging shoulder blades to the spine. 1 more big breath in. And on your exhale, let the left hand travel to the inside of the left foot. So we're in a low lizard lunge here. Remember, you can always double layer the mat underneath that right knee. You're going to imagine that you're going to take small push-ups. So you're going to bend the elbows and then you're going to re-straighten. We're only going to do 10. So 10 imaginary push-ups, and I promise that they are better than push-ups. Oh, that's like the mental feeling that I have. Push-ups are good for us, but they're hard work. So enjoy this one. Sinking in and out of the hip. Here's another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift yourself back up. Straighten out through the front leg. Peel the left toes off the floor. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders. You're going to swing that left leg around. Land into all fours with the left leg extended. Walk the palms a little bit further forward. Bend the elbows. Tap the chin to the floor. Kick the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, push yourself back up, round, and bring that left knee into the chest. Extend the left leg straight back behind you and pause. Send the right shin out to the left side, and then bend that left knee. Left shin travels up to the right side. So the heels and toes are pointing towards each direction, and then you're slow motion gonna lower down into cow's mew. And if you feel like this is a very tight place to hang out in, you can always take a block underneath your seat here. Stay lifted with the spine. And just breathe. I'm already with a sweat on. I hope you are as well. I hope it's not only me. So land here, making sure you're not sitting onto any of your heels. Fill up belly, rib cage, and chest, and let the exhale become a little bit slower and longer. Next part is going to get funky. Stay with me. So from here, you're going to make sure again you're not sitting onto any of your heels. You're going to start to rotate the chest to your left. So on the inside of that right knee, you're going to lean forward. You're going to just follow the feet. Don't move the feet. They're just going to turn with you. We're going to turn 180. So you're going to lift up. You're going to start to rotate back, land into a Malasana Yogi Squat. Yeah? So land here. If that didn't land, we're gonna do it on the other side as well. So the trick is really just to let the feet stay and just roll onto, like, around the top of the foot and land flat on the bottoms of the feet here. So don't overthink that one. And you can totally use the hands for support. Either way, we have landed in a Malasana Yogi Squat. I'm just gonna move a little bit back. Left hand is gonna trace out to the left side. Right fingertips gonna reach up and over. Pivot that chest open. Find that length. Eagle arms. Not wrapped in, but flying high, wide. And then swap it out. Right hand over to the right side. Left fingertips reach up and over. Return back with the left hand down to the floor. Engage into the bottoms of the feet to lift the hips up to the sky. Walk the feet in so they're hip width distance, and we're now at the back of the mat, and we're gonna hang out there and do the whole flow on the other side, but just a little bit funky, landing at the back of our mat. Again, don't overthink it. So knees bend, clasp opposite elbow, and let this one be a reset. Just waterfall the upper body down, shake the neck loose, a generous bend in the knees. Maybe roll to the outside edge of your feet. Release the clasp of the elbows. Take a slow roll all the way up to stand. Sweeping the arms up and over, hips forward, palms together. A little micro bend in the knees. And then exhale, roll all the way back down. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Place the palms back down to the floor. Step back, high plank. Land here, send the shoulders a little bit past the wrist. Either with or without the knees, lower all the way down to the belly. Bend the elbows. Untuck the toes. Send the fingertips out wide. Lift just once. Chest high. Lift the gaze maybe. And then exhale, ground all the way back down. Palms are going to slide underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back to a child's pose. Widen the knees on your way. And return back to where we started. Spread all 10 fingertips. This time flip so the palms face up. Thumbs are pointing out. Resting the forehead down. And take 5 deep breaths here. Just allow the weight to travel into your chest down towards the mat. Hips are heavy. Maybe a little shift side to side. You can roll out the eyebrows if that feels good to you. And then from here, flip the palms back down to the floor. Tent the fingertips. And start to walk over to your left, lengthening the right fingertips a little bit further than the left, shifting the right rib cage down, forehead grounds back down to the floor. And just land here, breathe into the right side body. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Stay with the hands over to your left as you lift the gaze in between the hands. You're going to shift forward, let the shoulders stack on top of the wrist, walk the hands underneath you, walk the knees in underneath the hips. Take a couple rounds of cat-cow movements again, so arch the back body, send the chest a little bit forward, lift the gaze, and then exhale, round, push yourself away, hollow out the belly and send the hips a little bit back. Just move like that a few times, diagonal cat-cow. I really like this one because it's a little bit of a different sensation you get in this one. It's more like in the side bodies and around the lower back as well. I feel this way more when I do the diagonal cat-cow than just the regular one. Take 2 more rounds. And slowly roll back into a neutral spine. Pausing there. Left hand is going to go out to the left side. Fingertips point away from you and aligning with that left knee. Extend the right leg long out to the right side. Point the right toes to the front. Circle the right fingertips up and over. And from here, get your alignment established. So right toe or the sort of the inside of the right foot is aligned with the left knee aligned with the left wrist. So one straight line, and then send it a little bit forward and start a big circle movement with the right arm, both to the space behind you and in front of you. Making sure also that the left wrist is directly underneath the left shoulder. We don't want to let it flare out in funny angles. That's it. Sending the hips slightly forward, chest high. Swap direction of the circles. And from here, reaching the right fingertips up and over alongside of that right ear. You're going to hover the right foot off the floor. Option 1 is to pause and stay here. Option 2 is to bend that right knee, circle the right hand to catch onto the right ankle. If you get the grip, kick into the hand, send the chest high, hips forward. Squeezing shoulder blades together. In whatever variation you chose, 3 deep breaths. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Extend the right arm, the right leg, if you chose that variation. Right foot grounds back down to the floor. You're going to circle the arms up out to a T. Right arm traces down the right leg. Left arm reaches up and over. And again, remember you can double fold your mat if it feels like the surface is a little hard underneath that left knee. Also, a towel can feel great as well. Sending the hips forward again, chest high, rotate the heart space open. Finding length down the left side body with reaching left fingertips over to your right. On your next exhale, unravel back to center. Hands are going to come into fists around the hips. You're going to peel the right toes off the floor. Slide the right heel a bit closer to you so you can bend that right knee and take a look at the right elbow. You want to chase the right elbow either to the front of the thigh or to the inside of the right knee. And just lift and lower out of this a couple of times. That's it. Here's another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stay low. Press the inside of the right knee into elbow, elbow into knee. Pivot the chest open. You just hang out here in this juicy hip opener. You got this one. I know it's a lot. For me it is, at least. This one I really feel. This one hits. Just breathe into it. Don't run away from it. We want the sensation, not tension. If you're feeling tension, let it go. But if it's only sensations, just hang in there. Take one more big breath in. Big breath out, return back to shoulders stacked on top of hips. Hands are going to come to the hips. You're going to start to lean into that left knee a little bit out to the left side to hover the right foot off the floor and bring that right knee out in front of you. Maybe the arms are going to come out to your sides for help with the balance. Gaze is straight forward. Don't look down. If you look down, you go down. Take a moment here to find the balance. Bring that right knee as close into the chest as you can. And then whenever you have a moment of stability, step the right foot to the edges of the mat, so out to the right side, and sink into that hip. Left hand is going to come to the floor, straight in between, into the middle of the mat. Extend the right fingertips up to the sky. Making sure that left ankle and left knee is aligned. Pressing the inside of the right knee a little bit into you. So don't open up and flare out like this. We want to keep a little bit of strong legs in this one. Reaching right fingertips up and over. Lifting out of that bottom hand, so don't like sink into the shoulder joint. Lift out of it. Maybe gaze up to the right fingertips. 3 big breaths here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze the inner thighs together. And then circle that right hand to the inside of the right foot. Hang out here, imaginary push-ups. Here we go. Bend the elbows and re-straighten. Here is 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift up, extend that front leg, let the hands walk underneath the shoulders, peel the toes off the floor. Take an inhale, swing the right leg around, extend it straight back behind you, walk the hands back a little bit further forward than your shoulders. Bend the elbows, tap the chin, kick the right heel up to the sky. Right knee comes into the chest. Extend it straight back behind you and pause. Left shin is going to travel over to your right, so the left foot is out to the back right corner of the mat, and then bend the right knee behind that left knee. So sending the legs out wide, come back into a seat, cow's mew. We're almost there, guys. Making sure again that you're not seated onto any of your heels. You can always slide a block underneath you. Just land here, 5 deep breaths. Find a tall spine, shoulders away from your ears. And slowly from here, another opportunity to get funky again. We're going to spin to the front of the mat, 180, landing in a Malasana Yogi squat again. You're going to ground into the outside edge of your feet. You're going to rotate the chest right, so on the inside of that left knee. Either use the fingertips or try without. You're going to lean forward. You're going to lift the bum off the floor. You're going to keep spinning. And land in a Malasana Yogi squat. I think it's such a fun one. Land here, knees out wide, elbows are going to ground into the inside of the knee, palms together, pause and breathe. Big breath in, big breath out. Find a tall seat here, don't round the spine. Happy praying. Big breath in. Exhale, palms to the floor, lift the hips up to the sky, forward fold, walk the feet back in so they're aligned with the hips. And just take whatever feels good here. Invite it in, intuitive movement. Roll a little bit side to side, bend the knees. Have a little space just to hang, to release, flush it out. I like to find small pulses up and down. And don't overstretch the legs here. Keep the knees to a generous bend and just shake the neck loose. Shake it out. Big inhale. Put some sound onto the exhale. 2 more like that. Inhale. Big exhale. Last one in. Big breath out. Empty all the way to the bottom of the belly. Take an inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Sweeping the arms up and over. Exhale, lower down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, place the palms to the floor, step back, high plank, shoulders on top of wrists or even a little bit past that. Lower the knees down to the floor if you want to, or in one line, bend the elbows all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes, tent the fingertips out wide. 1 lift with the chest high, maybe lift the chin. And then exhale, slow motion, lower down, palms slide underneath the shoulders, push yourself back to a seat. Send the hips out to one or the other side. Cross the ankles. You don't have to turn around. I'm just turning around to face you guys. Find a comfortable seat here, whether it's on the block whether it's laying down. We're going to finish off the practice today in a short meditation, a short moment where we just breathe and feel into the sensations of our bodies. Connect with your breath. Notice the cool air when you breathe in, the warm air when you breathe out through the nose. Notice the temperature of your body, your heart rate. Can you slow it down? Unclenching the teeth, relax your jaw. Even relaxing the palms around your knees, around the thighs. Just loosen the grip a little bit here. And feel into that energy that movement gives you. That fire, that heat. Such a privilege to move, and I'm so thankful that you were here with me today. Connect the palms in front of the chest, forehead to the fingertips to acknowledge and be grateful for the effort you put into the practice today. And I'm excited to move with you next time. Have a beautiful day. Bye. That was 30 minutes, huh? Short and sweet.